Good evening, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. If you're feeling this content, smash that thumbs up button. So I'd like to introduce tonight's guest. His name is Pavlo Derbedyenyev. Welcome, Pavlo. How are you tonight, brother?
I'm great. How are you, Paul?
Doing good, doing good. So a couple weeks back, we had Pavlo up at my Tulsa, Oklahoma event, the Grand Slam arm wrestling event. So I just wanted to catch up with Pavlo and hear all about his experience that weekend. So Pavlo, let's start it all off. When did you get there, and just give us a little background of behind the scenes.
Yeah, sure. First of all, it was a very nice drive for me. I've been driving. Unfortunately, I was supposed to be back to the city to Chicago, so I didn't take a chance with all the cancellations and flight and stuff. I couldn't take that. 10 hours, very nice. So it was nice, smooth. When I got there, it was surprisingly homey area where everything was going on with the hotel, food around. The stadium was great. I mean, everything was like, "Ooh, we got a venue." So yeah, thank you very much for picking the right place. Absolutely, and yeah, that was the first impression when we got to the. Uh, I don't remember the name of the bar, the restaurant, where the first pre-matches was going on, or whatever you call them, right? The first day, it was like that's a great place to be outside. Weather was perfect, no heat, food, drinks, whatever. So relaxed and so friendly and close together. Great experience.
Great. So, what'd you think of all the super matches that went down on Friday night? It was the pre-game arm wrestling event. So we did a 2-day event, and Friday night with the early weigh-ins, we had like a little four super matches going down, and there was food and drinks like Pavlo was saying. It was just a really great atmosphere and all. And what'd you think of all the great super matches that went down that day?
Everything was smooth and nice. The ref was very friendly. All the super matches was it's like I don't know. I cannot even call it the real. I mean, it is a competition, but it's so close friends. Everybody is so close together that it was like we just pull for pull for donation or run for something. Yeah, it was great. Absolutely.
So now game day, Saturday, it's the big event, and you got your big match going against Lachlan Adair, left hand. So let's just go through the whole day. When you first wake up in the morning, what does your day look like?
Oh, it's been very good day. I woke up not really like I don't know 8, eat the breakfast at the hotel, and it was a good one. And then I walk around the city, stop by for coffee, get back to the hotel, relax a little bit. And then I got to the venue, watch a little bit of the actual uh, round robins and lightweights because I was cheering for buddy of mine Roman, and I watched him. Then I get back to the one of the restaurants, eat lunch, got back, and that's where everything is start to going on.
Okay, so now it's your turn up for the big super match, and you get called up to the table and all, and you first grip up with Lachlan Adair. What's your first thoughts?
He In my opinion, he is a very knowledgeable arm wrestler. And when I start gripping up, the grip goes relatively easy because we have a similar styles of gripping up. And so he's not offensive. He's a good guy and he's a good sportsman where we can, not fight or show our emotions, but do our stuff, do our arm wrestling. So the grip was great, and feeling of the hand was great, and feeling of the opponent was very good. So I really appreciate him as an opponent. You know, he's a great opponent. After Go, it was a little bit different. So it's the actual arm wrestling, and I think at that day I'm not fast arm wrestler, but I think at that day I was a little bit faster, which doesn't mean better, because when you're too fast, you're ahead of yourself. You're making mistakes, which I did, which I separated, and he used his knowledge, which is very good, and he concentrated on staying together, pulled in a hook, pulled close together, took the center. Everything was very, very technique, no rush. I mean, great experience, and he won. He won, absolutely.
Now, where do you put his skill level and arm wrestling abilities at after going against him?
I would say it's entering elite level. Okay. If we have at elite level, if you have John Berzang, Jerry Caderet, Marcio Barboza, you know, the guys like 11 and, you know, top 8 guys, that's elite level, then he's at entering that elite level, yes.
So he's knocking at the door of like a Marcio Barboza, and that's what you let with the left hand. What about did you get to feel his right hand? I know you guys pulled in the after pull, but it was you know, he was a little beat up from the Austin Jaggers match.
It's very, very hard to say. He is. I felt that he is lefty, naturally lefty. It's super comfortable for him. Yeah, yeah. So his left is very solid. I'm not sure about his injury, how good it's healed up. I believe it's healed fully, but solid. Seriously, locking abilities, his wrist, he's solid. No questions. Because I can pull in a hook. I mean, I can create a side pressure. I can bend the wrist. I can do all of this, and he's very solid. Absolutely.
Now, when you get in your setup, are you were you loading that day? Did you have a load going?
I'm usually loading. I'm not loading too heavy these days. I used to. These days I'm not loading too heavy, but I'm loading maybe 50%.
The reason why I said that is that's what he experienced with you, and he said that he wasn't used to that, and he's used to going off of speed, and he said that you took that away from him with that loading, and that's just like you said, you were a faster man that day because of that.
Yes, it's my previous experience with all outsiders. I mean, not outsiders, but foreign guys, Europeans. I never pull Australians, but Europeans guys has a non-loading styles. They doesn't load. Here we half of us or more than half of us is loading before the start. So I kind of knew what may happens, and I'm not that fast. Like, let's say I will never catch Daniel Mosier on the start, never. So I'm trying to prevent that. If I can have like 50% of the load and have my opponent to load on me, that's beneficial for me. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, it definitely works, bro. That's a very smart move because you know, I kind of was expecting, you know, every time I've seen Lachlan off the go, he's really quick with that hit and he throws them off with that. And you didn't allow that at all, and it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I blocked it with the load. Yes, absolutely. That's why.
So I got to ask you, brother. I wanted to ask you, who would you like to see him up next against left hand in North America?
I think Brida will be a good match for him, but not 220 Brida, 250 Brida. Honestly, I think the elite level is probably a little bit too high, unless it's going to be around Beth. I think it's maybe a very not. It's going to be a very close matchup. I think so. It's a little bit depends where both athletes are at the peak form, but I think it's not a bad matchup. Who else is here? Who else is here? Left. I don't know. I don't want to go super heavy like Corey West and stuff. It's not yet.
What do you think? What about like a Rob Topi or I know you said not super heavies, but no, it's too much. You think?
Yeah, I'm putting that jacket on me right now. I can pull super heavies, but most of the times it's too much because of the lengths and size. It's usually it's big difference and it's making things much harder. It's very possible that he will, you know, hook and win, but I think it's maybe very dangerous injury wise. So I'm not sure if he wants to really chasing those super heavyweights. Marcio may be a good matchup if it's 230 Marcio.
Okay.
If it's 250 Marcio, then it's a little too much for him.
All righty. Now, what's up next for you, brother? What are we doing now? What's up with the right? What's up with the left? Who do you want to go against?
First of all, I want to heal all my injuries. I'm getting a little salty, and it's taking more time than it's used to be 20 years ago. So, but I'm going to IFA Nationals in Dallas in 10 days, mostly for my son. He won the lightweights last year at the age of 15. Now he's 16. We'll see. He's a little heavier. He's at 162, 3 pounds now.
And what's his name?
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We gotta check out for Dimitri Derbedyenyev. He's going to be competing at which
IFA, yeah,
IFA Nationals.
Irving, yeah. I will compete both arms. I will sign in. We'll see how I behave. If my injuries will start, bothering me, I'll probably stop because I really want them healed. But I hope they will not.